Hello, Libra. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and today we are going to see what guidance, what messages Spirit has for you. So, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, just take what feels right for you, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Definitely check out your other placements to get the most accurate message. But thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today. I'm always excited to get on YouTube and pull some cards. So let's see what's going on. What is coming Libra's way? Most important messages, guidance, advice for Libra, please and thank you. Messages for Libra. What does Libra need to know? All right, let's see what's going on for you, Libra. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this is perfect. Okay, we have Archangel Uriel. I could be mispronouncing that, just throwing it out there. I'm really drawn to his fingers here, right? To me, it's like thinking as above, so below. Okay, so I just feel like I'm hearing you reap what you sow. All right. So I feel like your spirit guides are trying to send you guidance, trying to send you signs to point you in the right direction or to give you hope. But if you don't notice them, or if you're choosing not to act on the things you're feeling, there's not much they can do. That's just what I'm feeling. That's what's coming up immediately. Okay, we have friendship, we have discovery, we have comfort. Okay, so I think that right now you really need to lean on the people that are there for you. Talk to your friends, talk to your loved ones about what may be going on with you, what you may be searching for, in comfort that you may need from them. Because it feels like there's just a lot kind of on your plate, a lot weighing you down. And Spirit's saying you don't have to take everything on yourself. You know, it doesn't mean you don't have power, you don't have purpose if you need help sometimes, Have grace, go towards guidance. All right. So let's see what's going on for Libra. Most important messages. What does Libra need to know? All right. I feel guided to get that book out to just kind of tap in with Archangel Uriel and see what exactly he's talking about. So I'll be honest, I'm not that well versed in archangels. Okay, so let's read it together. It says, I exalt the divine within as I accept the gift of true spiritual peace. This means fire of God. He's the messenger of the Most High, peace and grace, keeper of hidden knowledge, the guardian of our planet, known for salvation. Appreciate the divine within yourselves and each other. Beauty, illumination, awakening, the ability to create your own reality, right? So as above, so below. Enhances spiritual vision. Radiate the light of the soul. Inner peace, protection. Okay, so some of you guys may be feeling like you are facing an injustice or some sort of just unfairness right now. Yeah, see, we have healing. It's definitely time for you to heal from something, Libra. It's time for you to release. It's time for you to stop carrying the burden and know that whatever you give your time and energy to grows more of, right? So if you notice everything that's going wrong, if you notice all the ways someone has done you wrong or hurt you, that's what you're going to experience more of. It's not to say that you just forgive and forget, but you don't have to carry it with you anymore. Like it's a shield of honor or badge of honor. Okay, we have strength, we have wisdom. Yeah, you're being very strong right now. I feel like you're really holding your ground on something, or you're trying to not let something consume you. And that is beautiful, but there's also, I feel like there's a need to kind of let these guards down so that way you can actually experience healing. Like I'm noticing these cards, it looks like you're standing against something when you should be going towards it more, you know, and not necessarily putting yourself in a dangerous position or reconnecting with somebody that, you know, gave you a lot of trauma, but explore that trauma, explore the way you carry it in your body. and learn from it so you can release it. Okay, we have wisdom here. I feel like there's been a lot of situations that have hurt you, that have taught you how to put up walls, when really it was meant to teach you wisdom, right? You know, we come into this world not with anything, right? There's a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience we don't have, but there's also a lack of fear and doubt and guardedness. So I want you to transmute whatever this pain is into wisdom, into acceptance, because you've learned a lot about yourself and others through these experiences, and there's no need to hold on to them the way you have been. We have harmony and peace. I like that. I feel like at the end of it all, everything's going to make sense. Everything's going to come together. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel at home and grounded. And I really think that's what you're searching for. And since you may not be feeling that, there's a part of you that tries to find that groundedness and support and stability through strength, through guardedness. It's time to let it down so you can learn from it. Beautiful. All right, we're going to get into the Angel Answers deck here. Oh, see, we have forgiveness. It's time to forgive somebody, because you're just holding it in your emotional body, in your nervous system, and that's not fair to do to yourself. And it may be showing up as like actual physical pain for some of you too. All right, but I'm going to get these oracle messages out here, and then we'll clarify them with the tarot. Just get some more guidance for you. See, within the next few months, improving health. So yeah, as you let this go, you will notice your own health, your own mental space getting better and better. So even just for that, it's worth it. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. Messages for Libra. Okay, we have in the near future, ask your angels, you're ready. No need to worry. Don't stop. Okay, cool. Yeah, so they're letting you know something's coming your way in the near future, and it seems like a very positive opportunity that you need to be confident to go towards. Okay, it feels like, I feel like something you've been asking your angels about, something you've been praying about, meditating on, is going to come to fruition. And I think Spirit is saying, yes, beautiful things are coming your way, but you have to let certain things go so you don't self-sabotage them in the future. Okay, let's see. Messages for Libra. What's coming their way? All right, see, we have success, we have romance, choose a new direction if you believe, it's up to you. Yeah, so in order for things to work out for you, whether that's romantically with a partner or romanticizing your life, Spirit's letting you know it is going to work out, but a big factor in all of this is your approach, is your belief in it all. Okay, so we have meditation brings answers. I definitely feel like something you've been thinking about, meditating on, manifesting is going to come to fruition for you. We have reconsider, okay, and no. All right, so let's get the tarot out and see what's really going on. All right, thank you for these messages for Libra. Please provide us with more insight, more details, more guidance. Please and thank you. Thank you so much for these words, for this connection. Messages for Libra, please and thank you. You guys know I shuffle my cards like differently sometimes so they don't bend and get stuck in certain positions. I learned that from one of my friends. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, your energy. So yeah, it's time for you to really follow your truth with something. It's time for you to not let fear or doubt hold you back anymore. All right, we have the Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. So there could be some sort of situation like a breakup, or maybe losing your job, losing a group of friends, some sort of heartbreak, separation, but it leads you to yourself. With the Page of Wands, Three of Wands, it's like that heartbreak is exactly what you needed to see things clearly so you could go towards a new beginning. Yeah. I feel like a lot of clarity is coming through. So, yeah, that's the wisdom. And it's going to come through a situation where it is going to be heartbreaking. You're going to have to heal from it. You're going to have to be strong to get through it, but you're going to gain so much. That's been kind of a common theme. I'm not going to lie. All right, meditation brings answers. Let's see about that. Lots of cards. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, the Tower, Scorpio, Queen of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Two of Cups. All right, so I think you guys are definitely worried about some sort of relationship, partnership here. Again, this could be romantic. This could also be a friendship, a work partnership, somebody in the family. But with the Nine of Cups, or the Nine of Wands, excuse me, there's definitely a guardedness. I feel like there's been a lot of ups and downs. This has been a rough ride, but you haven't given up yet. Okay, you're trying to hold on to faith. You're trying to push through this rough spot. So let's keep it moving. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, we have the Four of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So yeah, Spirit is acknowledging there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of overthinking, a lot of doubt and fear when it comes to either someone you live with, someone in the family, or someone you have a deep connection with. With the King of Cups, though, Spirit's advice here, definitely meditate. I'm noticing he's kind of in a meditation position with his sound bowl. So I don't think the mind is going to have the answers here for you. I think this is a situation where you need to quiet yourself, dive into your emotions. I'm noticing the water here in the healing card. Time to dive into those emotions and just feel them without drowning in them. Okay, there's a difference, right? Because drowning in them is kind of like overthinking and kind of, it's like I call it doomsday prepping. Like you just see the worst possible answers and you try to avoid it, prepare for it, whatever. And it's like, listen, you can sit with those fears, but don't let them consume you. Sit with them and ask yourself, why am I fearful of this happening? When was this a time this happened to me? And just really navigate that so that way you can handle this situation without so much doubt and fear and energy kind of muddying it up. You know what I mean? We have the King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. We also have the Queen of Wands here. I really think that, especially if this involves a romantic relationship, you want longevity, you want reunion, you want to feel that spark and that passion again. So in order to do that, it's time for you to explore your feelings and ask yourself, well, what does that look like for me? What does that mean for me? How can I articulate my needs so that way they can be met? Where do I need to meet my person, my friend, whatever, so that way they feel their needs are met? This is a situation where I feel like two people are operating separately when they need to be communicating more. Because with the Ten of Pentacles here, you want nothing but happiness, security, stability. You want a family. You want to celebrate with one another. You want love. So those are beautiful things to want. And those are things that we inherently, they're our birthright. So there's no need to compromise or hide about the fact that this is what you want. I think it's a matter of just, overcoming your fears and being confident and honest about what it is you need. Because closed mouths don't get fed, you know what I mean? But we do have the Tower and the Hierophant here. So I feel like you have a big goal, again, with the meditation posture. I feel like you have a big goal of wanting that peace, wanting that happiness. But with the Tower, it's almost like you don't know how to get there, you know? Maybe that's what this reconsider is kind of talking about. Maybe it's the approach that needs to shift, because these are beautiful goals to want for yourself and the people around you. So there's no reason it shouldn't happen. But I think with the Tower here, it's like one wrong move and everything crumbles. So it feels like there needs to be more vulnerability. You may benefit from like some sort of counselor. If you go to church, maybe talking to like one of the people in your church or pastor or something like that. I personally don't go to church, so I don't really know the proper terms. But whatever you're into, seek somebody with more spiritual guidance than you and see how they suggest approaching this, because I do feel like it's a very fragile situation, but I think there's a lot of beautiful goals here. And I think if you approach it all in the right way, get to know yourself in the right way, you'll have everything you want. Yeah, I feel like we need to cut out the confusion and speak directly to somebody. And if you're scared to do it face to face, write a letter, write an email, record yourself and send it that way, because I don't know, it feels like you're internalizing something, someone else is internalizing something, and the walls need to come down so you guys can actually rebuild on something solid rather than, something that could catch fire. All right, let's talk about reconsider. Okay, reconsider. What about reconsider? For Libra. All right, that's it. Okay, Libra, let's see. Yeah, it feels like with Temperance and the Two of Pentacles, Sagittarius energy with Temperance, there's too much back and forth with something, and there needs to be more balance, harmony. You need to flow with something instead of yeah, it feels like you're intellectualizing something too much, trying to analyze something too much, especially if it involves your emotions. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow with them, you know? You just have to learn to embrace, okay, this is how I'm feeling. This is the reaction this is brought up for me. And I can sit with this rather than trying to get consumed by it or reject it. You know, there needs to be more balance with something, more acceptance. And sometimes in trying to control our feelings, we just make it worse, because then we don't let it flow and let it go like it naturally would have had we just honored it for a moment and then moved on. And recognize that the experiences where you're unsure or where emotions arise, they're there just to teach you. So don't be defensive against them. Just appreciate the moment that you get to learn. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles with the Devil. Lots of Capricorn energy here, also Taurus and Virgo. I think that there is fear and vulnerability for you a little, because the Page of Pentacles, pages are people who don't have as much experience, right? And this represents like a new journey, wanting to, possibly move or start a new project or, travel somewhere different, right? And those are like basic examples, but essentially it feels like you're in a really new environment within yourself, and that's really hard to navigate for you. That makes sense. It's very uncomfortable to have new feelings, or to have the same feelings but have more awareness and recognize, okay, I don't want to feel this way or react this way, or I know I should let these feelings rise and flow through me, but I don't know how to do that. So I definitely suggest the spiritual teacher or somebody to help you navigate these new feelings and these new avenues and triggers and awarenesses that you are dealing with within yourself. Because I think it's a beautiful thing that we get to do as humans is having the spectrum of emotions in this consciousness. It's so, so beautiful. So learn how to appreciate it and ride with it so that way you can fully appreciate this human experience. All right, with the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, again with the Earth energy, and the Emperor is Aries energy. So, yeah, I just feel like it is time to move forward with certain things, but know that it's not about like a race to get to the next goal or the next level of healing or to shed something else, but it's about learning to continue to take that journey, knowing that there's going to be some highs and lows, knowing that there's going to be moments of wanting to run backwards, knowing there's going to be days where you feel fully confident and supported. But with the Emperor here, know that that security and that stability is coming your way. But you got to be patient. You have to take it one day at a time. You have to work hard. Always check yourself and just make sure you're moving with the best foot forward, because this is a beautiful journey you're on. And there's no need to rush through it to get to a more comfortable space. You know what I mean? Learning to be comfortable in discomfort is a beautiful superpower. And I feel like that's what this situation is teaching you. And that's why sitting with your emotions is going to be very important at this time. Yeah, see, it's time for a beautiful new beginning for you, Libra. But there's a level of balance within yourself that is needed to move forward, right? To be the sheep, to be the lion, and to have balance in it all. Controlling your animal instincts of defending yourself, shutting something down, staying in a comfort zone, you know? Use this human experience to the greatest advantage you can take it, you know? All right, let's see what Spirit's saying no about. No. What are we saying no about, Spirit? Tell us more. I just heard happiness is not in your mind. You create that every day for yourself with your choices, your actions, the things you consume. So every day you get to decide, do I want to be happy or not? Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Sun card, Leo energy again here. And yeah, it feels like you think a new start is what's going to lead to happiness, a new beginning. You know, kind of clearing the slate with something and going towards something new. This kind of makes me think of when people think like, oh, I'm just going to leave this city and move and all my problems will be solved. And it just makes me think of, you know, you're going to be there too. So your problems, your thoughts, all of this will come with you. It may dress itself in a different package, but this stuff, this energy is there for you. Because I remind people, you create your own reality. So what you focus on, what you put energy into will come back to you, whether that's good or bad. And you can't go towards anything that you are not in energetic alignment with. And I say that to people because I think it kind of is like a little, you know, reality check with yourself and realizing, okay, if I create my own reality and I don't like what I'm experiencing, what do I need to change within myself in order to get the life I want? There's a level of accountability there. You know, I'm never going to tell you guys to give your power away. I'm going to show you, hey, this is how you may be self-sabotaging. This is some redirection that may benefit you, you know? Because you can have a new beginning every single day if you want. It's just about asking yourself, where are you putting your energy? Because the Ten of Wands here, you are feeling, you know, overwhelmed. And I feel like you're wanting to just kind of escape and run away. And I get that. But that's not a long-term solution. You know, you're creating another tower. So if you have all this stuff, all this strength, all this motivation, how can you utilize it in a way that actually will work for you? You know, it's not about putting things in little compartments anymore. Start unpacking this stuff, and then you'll see how light you'll be. With the Six of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like it's time to unpack some things. It's time to let somebody else help you and guide you. It's time for equal give and take. There's a lot of people around you who support you, who have a lot of wisdom for you. I think you should allow yourself to sit and receive it. I think a big part of wanting to kind of run away, the Knight of Swords, is I think you're very like firm on what you believe and how you see a situation. But with the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, I think Spirit is offering you an opportunity to just sit and reflect, see things from a different perspective, gain a deeper understanding of a situation. And they're letting you know that doesn't compromise your truth, your morals, your values, how you feel. You're totally valid in how you're feeling and how you're experiencing those feelings. But what if you gave yourself a bird's eye view? What if you zoomed out the camera and saw a different picture? It doesn't change what happened, but it changes how you carry it. And I think that's the goal here. You can create that beautiful sun wherever you are. It's the way you're carrying these other experiences, holding it all to yourself, that's making you kind of feel like you don't have that ability, you know? Let yourself go. Let yourself listen. Let yourself be heard. And maybe you'll be able to see things a little differently and build something stronger for yourself. All right, we are going to get some self-care messages for you, Libra, and that'll be that. Thank you so much for watching. And if this resonated, let me know with a like, leave a comment down below, and definitely subscribe to the channel, turning on the notification bell if you want more content. Woo! All right. Self-care tips for Libra, please and thank you. All right, so we have number 5, break free. There's definitely a lot weighing you down, and you just need to give yourself permission to let things go. They're not for you to carry anymore, and it's not serving you anymore. So let it go. If number 41, make art. That is a beautiful way to release. You know, even if you're not good at making art or not talented, whatever, that doesn't matter. But just allow yourself to just kind of intuitively draw and paint and create and just see what comes out and see how you feel afterwards. Number 18, meditate. I'm telling you, Spirit wants you to meditate, pray, journal, release, go within. Okay. Number 31, bake. Okay, I like this. They are definitely encouraging you to bake, make art, create. And I think that will help you kind of release what it is that's no longer serving you. And number 1, celebrate fiercely, because I'm number 1. Okay. I feel like you have come a long way, Libra, and I think it's time to acknowledge that. I think sometimes that's kind of step 1, right? Is being able to take a step back and recognize I'm not where I used to be. So let me acknowledge that. So that way I can really allow my nervous system, my mind to recognize, hey, we're not in this space anymore. Celebrate yourself, okay? All right. That is your reading, Libra. Thank you for watching. If you would like more content, I do have all of my social media linked down below. I also have my website there if you want to sign up for my newsletter, book a personal reading, or a private soul alchemy ceremony. But thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.